Good morning students. Last class we studied about that start the lesson of digestive system. Okay. So this class is the recap of this digestive system. The digestive system, it starts with mouth. So this is the buccal cavity or it is the oral cavity. The buccal cavity is consist of is a teeth and mouth and tongue. Okay, so these are the parts is consisting buccal cavity and it's followed by this is the pharynx. So the first one is the buccal cavity and is followed by the pharynx. What is pharynx? Is a common pathway for respiratory system and is the digestive system. Okay. Next it leads to it's a esophagus. What is a esophagus? The esophagus is nothing but is a food pipe. What is the esophagus? It's a food pipe. Okay. Next it will be followed by, so this is the esophagus, it's having the sphincter. What is the name of the sphincter? It's the esophageal muscular sphincter. Esophageal muscular sphincter. So what is the role of the sphincter? It will be regulating. So these are the muscles. It can be, main function is the regulations. Next it will be followed by this is stomach. The stomach is having the three parts. The first part is a cardiac and next is a fundus and this part is followed by the pylori or pylorus. Okay. So otherwise this the esophagus sphincter is attached to the esophagus to stomach. It's this sphincter is called as a esophageal muscle sphincter or other name. So this is the cardiac sphincter. It will be connected from the esophagus to stomach. This sphincter is called as the cardiac sphincter. So next is stomach. Stomach is followed by this is small intestine. Okay. What are the two types of a small intestine? Sorry, three type. So three parts is consisting small intestine. So that is duodenum. The first part is duodenum. Duodenum. So the second one is consist of the jejunum. And next is this part is having a ileum. So these are the three parts is consisting small intestine. And next is the appendix. Appendix is followed by the cecum. So next is the small intestine and large intestine is attached to the organ is appendix. So appendix is followed by the cecum. And next is a large intestine. So this is the part is the large intestine. So the large intestine is the first part is cecum. This is the ascending colon. And this part is called as the transverse colon. This one is a descending colon. This is a sigmoidal colon. And this part is called as the rectum. And followed by this is the anus. The anus having one of the sphincter that is called as the anal sphincter. Okay. So last class, what is that? Where it is? Okay, these are the organs is present in the digestive systems and what is the main function of these organs? We detailedly studied in the last class. Can you understand? Histology of the gut. Okay, what is the histology of the gut? Gut region means is to study what are the types of layers inside. The study is called as the histology. Okay. So where it is present, these are the gut region, the four layers of this. The total wall, that is the wall of the alimentary canal from esophagus to the rectum. Okay, நம்ம மைக்ரோஸ்கோப்ல வந்து அனலைஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்கிறோம் சரியா. So gut region எடுத்துக்கிறோம், intestine எடுத்து அது வந்து மைக்ரோஸ்கோப் வியூல பார்க்கிறோம். So these are the layers. Alimentary canal நம்ம தெரியும். Alimentary canalங்கிறது is the gut region. digestive systems. So in the region la esophagus la irundhu rectum varaikum 4 layers of cells வந்து இருக்கு. So these are the 4 layers of walls. These are the 4 layers wall வந்து இருக்கு. Can you understand that we studied in the topic of histology of the gut? What is the histology of the gut region? So we have to taken the small samples to study under the microscopy. Okay. So under microscope la paakrappa namakku enna kedaikudhu is consist of 4 layers. Okay. So இந்த 4 layers நம்ம பாக்குறோம். elementary canal என்ன இடத்துல இருந்து இது ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது அப்படினா from the esophagus ல இருந்து rectum வரைக்கும் full-ஆ எதால made up of ஆயிருக்கு. These are the 4 layers of cells ஆல தான் made up of ஆயிருக்கு. Okay. So the outermost layer. Okay. So this is the 4 layer. We consist as the 4th layer. This is the outermost layer. So the outermost layer is, this name is serosa. What is the outermost layer? Is the serosa. Okay. Serosa in front, the layer is called as the muscularis. Muscularis. And next, muscularis before, the layer is submucosa. Submucosa before, the layer is called as the mucosa. Okay, what are the 4 layers we analyzed in the elementary wall of this from esophagus to the rectum? That is a 4 layer. The outermost layer is called as a serosa. Next is muscularis. Next inside before. Okay, this is the submucosa and this is the mucosa. Okay, now we detail studied about the serosa. Already I said that this is the outermost layer. So these are the layer. This is made up of is a thin squamous epithelium. So these are the made up of a squamous epithelium cells. So otherwise it is called as the mesothelium. Mesoepithelium. Otherwise it is called as the mesoepithelium. So this is one of the visceral peritoneum. Otherwise these are the serosa layer is called as the visceral peritoneum. Why? Because so this is the visceral organs is present and outermost layer. So outermost layer of this squamous epithelium is present of this visceral organs. So this is the visceral peritoneum. Peritoneum enna full view la எல்லா இடத்துலயும் பறந்து இருக்கிறது பேர்னா பெரிட்டோனியம். Okay. So and this also it will be connected with the connective tissues. So this I repeat. So this is the serosa. Serosa is the outermost layer. The outermost layer it's a made up of a squamous epithelium plus connective tissue and it will be present in fully peritoneum. So it is called as a visceral peritoneum. Okay. Next it will be followed by as the infant is the muscularis. So in this muscularis there is a 2 type of a muscles is present. In this muscularis there is a 2 types of muscles. So one layer is a smooth muscles. One layer it consists of a smooth circular muscles. One layer is consists of a smooth circular muscles and next it will be having a longitudinal muscles. So one side is a longitudinal muscles. So there is a 2 types of muscles is present in this the layer of a muscularis and also its inside is consist of a is a nerve network of a nerve cells. உள்ள என்ன இருக்கு? It consists of a network of a nerve cells. So this is an important nerve cells because it's having a parasympathetic. Sir, it's a special cells is having a parasympathetic nerve fibers. What is the role of this? The parasympathetic nerve fibers which is involved in the peristalsis. What is the function of or process of the peristalsis? Nothing but is one of the peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement na நம்ம food வாயில வைக்கிறோம், automatically it will be enter and pharynx. Next it will be enter into the esophagus. To the pharynx, next is esophagus. After it will be enter the stomach, next small intestine, large intestine, and waste particles is elevated through the rectum. Okay, so how it is possible? And waste is elevated through the anus. How it is possible? So this is the peristaltic movement. Okay, the peristaltic movement is done by the parasympathetic nerve fibers. So these are the parasympathetic nerve fibers. It will be present in the muscularis. Present in the layer of a muscularis. Okay. So next is before the muscularis, the layer is called as the submucosa. So in this submucosa, it consists of a loose connective tissue. So the cells are loosely arranged. So in this having is a nerves, blood, lymph vessels. Nerves, blood and lymph vessels, all these is consisting. So in this also a special type of a nerve cells that is called as a sympathetic nerve fibers. What is the name of this nerve fibers? Is a sympathetic nerve fibers. So these are the sympathetic nerve fibers. Its main function is a secretion of the intestinal juices in intestine. We studied what are the intestinal juices. Is secreted in the small intestine as diapeptidases and as dicarboxylases. Next is lipases, nucleosidases. So these are the enzymes secreted by the intestinal juices is responsible by the sympathetic nerve fibers of a submucosa layer. Can you understand? Okay, next is a mucosa. So this is an important layer. This is the innermost layer. This is the innermost layer. It's consisting of, so these are the innermost layer is mainly present in stomach. Already we studied in the last class intro parts. There is a irregular folds. மடிப்பா இருக்குன்னு சொன்னோம். நிறைய ஒரு பேக் எப்படி இருக்குமோ அந்த பேக்ல நிறைய ஃபில் பண்றதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி எப்படி இருக்கும், நிறைய சுருக்கங்கள் இருக்கும். சோ அந்த irregular folds it's called as the ragae. Okay, ஒன்னு வந்து எங்க இருக்கும் அப்படினா, so first one is the ragae is present in, one is the stomach, another one is ragae is present in anal region. Okay, so next is the small intestine and villi. What is the small intestine and villi? So the small intestine is having, villi is the finger-like projections. So this is also having a small is a hair-like projections that is called as a microvilli. What is consist inside the villi is consist of a blood vessels, network of a blood vessels, and is a lacteal tube-like structure. Okay, so this is present of this mucosa. In mucosa layer is a present in villi. The villi is a function is the structure is like a finger-like projections, is a microscopic projections. So it consists of a network of a capillaries and large lymph vessels. So it is called as a lacteal duct. What is a lacteal duct? Lacteal duct na large blood vessels network of a blood vessels and lymph duct irukradha enna solluvom, lacteal duct nu solluvom. So this is the overall of the histology of the gut. I repeat, so the wall of the alimentary canal from the stomach to esophagus to rectum, it consists of a 4 layers. So the outermost layer is a serosa. Serosa is one of the visceral peritoneum layer. It is made up of a squamous epithelium with connective tissue. Next is the muscularis layer. What is the appearance of the muscularis? So circular muscles and longitudinal muscles. Okay, so it's a main is consist of a network of a nerve cells. It's a main important one is the parasympathetic nerve fibers. What is the function of this parasympathetic nerve fibers? It's a peristalsis. Okay, and next is followed by the submucosa. So these are the submucosa. It consists of a loose connective tissue. Okay, so what is the structure of this submucosa? It's a loose connective tissue. It consists of your nerves, blood, lymph vessels. And what is the main nerve fibers? It's a sympathetic nerve fibers. What is the main function of this sympathetic nerve fibers? It's the secretions of the intestinal juices. Okay. Next is followed by the mucosa. So these are the mucosa. Its main function, one is the stomach. It's having a irregular folds, ragae. Okay. Next is, so in this mucosa, it's having a presence of the villi. What is a villi? It's a finger-like projections, okay, or it is a microscopic projections. It is called as the finger-like projection of a microscopic view la paakradnala, that is called as a microvilli. So what is consist of this microvilli? It's a network of your blood capillaries and as a lymph duct. So it is called as the lacteal duct. Can you understand? So these are the overall about the histology of the gut. Thank you. New topic. So next topic is digestive glands. Okay. So in this topic the glands. Next is the gastric glands is from the stomach, and it will be followed by the intestinal glands in small intestine. Next, which one is the largest gland? The liver is the largest gland, and second largest gland is the pancreas. Okay, so these are the glands detailedly studied now. Okay, so the first one is the salivary glands. First, you have to before we have to understand this concept, first you learn about the what is the differentiate between the exocrine and the endocrine. Already the last class we studied the endocrine is the ductless. So the duct is absent. There is a no duct means it can only is producing the hormones, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Next is the exocrine. The exocrine is always its need for duct. It's a duct gland. Okay. This is the duct gland. It always only secreting the enzymes. Enzymes. Can you understand? So if our salivary glands, totally our digestive glands is secreting enzymes. Okay, the hormones is also there, but not secreting a hormone is the induction of this or stimulating of the hormone to inducing the stimulations of enzymes. Hormone irukanga digestive systemல ஹார்மோன் செக்ரீட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. ஹார்மோன்ஸ் வந்து ஒவ்வொரு கேஸ்ட்ரிக்ல கேஸ்ட்ரின் ஹார்மோன் இருக்காங்க. சோ இந்த ஹார்மோன் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த ஒவ்வொரு ஆர்கன்ல இருக்க என்சைம்ஸை இன்டியூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, ஸ்டிமுலேட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஓகே, so this is the salivary glands. The salivary glands is consist of three glands. One is a parotid gland. The parotid gland, so this is the ear. So in this part is a parotid glands. So in this part it's having the parotid glands. This is the largest gland. Okay, so next is the saliva secretion is a submandible or submaxillary glands. Okay, so this is the jaws. So below the jaws saliva is secretion. Another one is below the tongue. Okay, so this is the gland is called as a sublingual gland. So these are the three glands is present in the mouth. Is a secretion for the saliva. Okay, so the parotid gland is the largest gland. Parotid gland is the largest gland. Where it is present, it's found below the ears or in the cheek. நமக்கு இந்த அம்மா பாக்குறது இந்த மாதிரிலாம் சொல்லுவாங்கல்லப்பா. சோ அது எல்லாமே இந்த இதுல இருக்கிற ஒரு கிளாண்டோட இன்ஃப்ளமேஷன் தான். ஓகே, சோ இப்போ இது வந்து ஒரு கிளாண்ட்னு சொல்லிட்டோம், என்சைம்ஸ் செக்ரீட் பண்ண போகுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டோம். ஓகே, சோ அப்ப கண்டிப்பா அதுக்கு என்ன தேவை? ஒன் ஆஃப் த டக்ட் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஓகே, வாட் இஸ் த நேம் ஆஃப் த டக்ட் ஆஃப் யுவர் parotid gland? parotid glandல என்ன டக்ட் இருக்கணும்? Stenson's duct. சோ இந்த இடத்துல இருக்கிற டக்ட்க்கு பேர் என்னது? Stenson's duct. So the Stenson's duct தான் என்ன பண்ணுது? Responsible for saliva secretion from the parotid glands. Okay, next is a submaxillary or submandible. So this is the submaxillary. So is the jaws. Okay, so the jaws is this is a irregular shape is below the jaws. So what is the name of the duct is present? Is a Warden's duct. What is the name of the duct? It's a Warden's duct. Okay, next is followed by the sublingual gland. So sublingual gland is found below the tongue. What is the name of the duct is present? It's a Bartholin duct, or otherwise it is called as a Rivnes. What is the other name? It's a Bartholin duct or Rivnes duct. So this is the smallest gland. Okay, what is contains as a saliva? The saliva inside is a consists of ptyalin. So ptyalin is a salivary amylase. நம்மளுடைய digestivல ரெண்டு விதமான amylase இருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து salivary amylase, another one is the pancreatic amylase. Okay, எல்லா amylase ஓட main work என்ன அப்படினா is a polysaccharide. So the polysaccharide is one of the example is glycogen or starch. Glycogen ங்கிறது animal polysaccharide and starch ங்கிறது என்னது? plant polysaccharide. So these are the amylase, the salivary amylase to convert it into a maltose. This is the polysaccharide. It's converted into disaccharide. So what is the role of this amylase? Polysaccharide is converted into disaccharide. Okay. So next is bicarbonate salt. So these are the bicarbonate salt is mingled with the mucosa. It is avoid from the is a acid secretion. Okay, is protect the intestinal mucosa. Intestine acid ல இருந்து என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? pH பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா 7.4க்கு மேல intestinal juices உடைய pHs எல்லாம் இருக்கும் சரிங்களா. சோ அதுல இருந்து ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்றது the bicarbonate salt and mucus வந்து சேம் என்ன பண்ணும் intestineல and alkaline acidic mediumல அது என்ன பண்ணும் ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணும். ஓகே, so next is the mucus. What is the name of the cells ma? Mucus secretions. Yeah, it's a goblet cells. Goblet cells is responsible to secretion of a mucus. Okay, next is it's followed by a lysozyme. So what is the main function of this lysozyme? It is act as an antibacterial agent. So these are the lysozyme. If we have to intake of a bacterial infected food means, so the lysozymes is present in the saliva, it mingled with the food. Okay, so it degrade the cell wall of this bacteria. Degrade the cell wall of this bacteria and elevating to kill the bacterial DNA. Okay, so the lysozyme is act as a antibacterial agent. Can you understand? So this is the overall about the salivary glands. What are the three glands ma? Carotid gland, submaxillary or submandible gland. Next is the sublingual gland. What is the main function of this gland? Its secretions consists of a ptyalin, is a salivary amylase, and next is the bicarbonate salts. Next is mucus and this lysozyme. What is the main function of this ptyalin amylase? Is polysaccharide is converted into a disaccharide. What is the role of this bicarbonate salts? Is combined with the mucus, it protects our intestinal mucosa. What is the role of this secretion of this mucosa cells? Is the goblet cells. What is the role of this lysozyme? It's an antibacterial agents. Can you understand?